So imagine there's this magazine, let's call it Charlie Hebdo. Imagine there's this state, let's say it calls itself Islamic State. Imagine this state says to this magazine, cover up your artwork, we find it offensive. And lily-livered apologists for this state say, oh yes, your designs, Charlie Hebdo, your cartoons of Muhammad are very dangerous. It might turn everyone who sees them into hate-filled Islamophobic racist mob. Imagine this Islamic State says to this magazine, don't just cover up the design of your magazine, but you can't let people see that logo, that typeface for Charlie Hebdo, because it's a toxic brand, cover it up. And then it says, this state of the magazine, you now have to publish our propaganda on your front page. And you also have to put gruesome images of body parts to frighten everyone who looks at it. Now, I was a bit worried that it might be a bit overblown or tasteless as an analogy, but plain packaging is a free speech issue. Companies are being denied the right to publish perfectly reasonable, inoffensive material, the names of their products, their logos, the artwork of their designers. And at the same time, those companies are being forced to publish state propaganda about smoking on the front, as well as, guess what, gory images of body parts to frighten and threaten dissenters. Also, the biggest aspect of a free speech principle for me is not really about tobacco companies' right to publish, but our rights as readers and viewers to be free to see and read everything and make up our own mind. The most troubling aspect of the plain packaging thing for me is what it tells us about the authorities' view of us, the public. That paternalistic idea that all some of us need to see is a tempting, well-designed image, certain words and logos, and we'll be enslaved and rush off and puff away on 40 a day. It seems to me, by the way, it's even more ridiculous when it comes to the young. Listen, if young people were mindlessly influenced by clever design to act accordingly, according to the packaging, all we'd have to do is get Saatchi and Saatchi to design textbooks and the education crisis would be solved. I only wish that the monkey see, monkey do version of teenagers actually worked. My nephew Declan has watched over his 14 years millions of those fairy washing up liquid adverts, and I've yet to notice him walking robotic-like up to the sink. The very opposite is true. So, stop treating teenagers like they're idiots. Stop treating adults like they're teenagers. Je suis Charlie, je suis, in this instance, silk cut ultra low.